Hello, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Um, so here is the agenda for today. We will go quickly over the last week watch list, and we'll see how some of the names in the watch list that we had last week performed during the week. We will go over some open positions that I also opened during the week, and we will see how SPY, QQQ, main indices are doing, and we will also go for this week um, watch list. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so last week, and if you guys recall, we had this D-Dog, and I still remember the position that we had here, um, that long position that we drew last week. And as you can see, if you have taken that long call, actually the price during the week surpassed even my expectations and profit. So we said that we're going to take it somewhere here, and we're going to take profit probably on 199. We closed the week actually over on 131. So this was a good play for last week. Okay. Also, what else did we take last week? We have taken. Let me remember. There's a moment. I just want to remember what was what last week. Yeah, DKNG. DKNG also was on the DraftKings. And as we have seen, if we compared last week, this week, we started the week here, we ended the week somewhere here. That was also very good long position. We anticipated this move last Monday. So that was also a good win. About the open position, we had NVIDIA. We opened NVIDIA on Friday, and as you can see, whoever took this trade, you would be in profit immediately after the market open. I kind of expected that this is going to be like a double top here, but this is like pre-market. Maybe this is not happening. Maybe it's not happening. But if it happened, I mean, we could have 135 here as a as a support. So let's go now and see, before we have the this week watch list, let's go and see what SPY and QQQ doing. Okay. So SPY, those lines, the trend lines here have been there since last week. Actually, it had been there for weeks, to be honest. So this is like on the 10 minutes. They're still valid. We keep on making higher highs. We had all-time high last week, and I think that today also we are approaching a new all-time high today as well. Just be careful at the beginning of the day, as I told you last week, until you remember this. beginning of the market or the opening of the market, there are all people who would like to take profits. So if you guys want to leverage or to capitalize on this move to the upside, I would say we gotta wait pullback either here or probably somewhere here. We really have to see. Remember that the election season is always bullish, at least till we know the result. Okay, so this is SPY. I think that we are going to continue. However, as I said, what I see is that there should be some kind of a profit taking when we go to these levels. Just be aware that let's not short at all-time highs. I would strongly recommend not shorting, at least for today, because the sentiment is very positive. However, at the same time, I don't want you guys to also chase trades. Do not chase trades. Wait for the right moment. You can always take a snapshot of this chart. I have made those lines and those price levels very clear, very big, so that you can take a note of this and then you can replicate it in your trading view. Maybe you can have alerts. I think here is going to be a good entry at this level, 579. Okay. 580 could be as well, but it's going to be a little bit, I would say a little bit less reliable than the below levels. Of course, it's also possible to go all the way down here, but I don't know whether this is going to happen today or not. It's possible that we can have a retest of this level here, 578. So these levels are important for you. If it happens that you take a long position at any of these levels, the other levels are going to help you actually in your stop loss. So let's say that you have taken, let's put this here just to make it clear for people. Let's say that we have taken a long position here. So your stop loss should be below that level. So you take a long position at a certain level, you expect some kind of profit. Probably it's going to be at the edge of the wedge, because it's natural that at the edge of this wedge you have some kind of resistance. And if things went south, you need to watch for the next level of support. Oftentimes you will find that it will go red a little bit, it will go down a little bit, but then the next level of support is going to actually hold it and it's going to continue pushing back up. So this is just a general rule when you are trading. If you want to map your trade on the chart, this is a good exercise to do. I know that sometimes when you're day trading, there's time to do such a thing, and this is why actually I like to meet with you before the market opens, so that you can actually have some kind of planning. So this is SPY. QQQ is very similar. Very similar. It's just that the levels of support of QQQ is a little bit far down, so it's more prone for a bigger pullback, if you ask me. Like right now, we are almost approaching that edge, and as you can see, whenever the price actually goes to that edge, start to see these red candles coming in. This doesn't mean anything, because this is the pre-market. It means that we are approaching that edge, and the chances of having a rejection is higher. This doesn't mean that we are not going to get a break up, but we are always working with probability theory here, that the probability of being rejected at this level is higher than actually the break up. Although, or maybe it's not although, I mean, oftentimes you can find um, momentum, positive sentiment, and then you can see the stock like shooting up through this resistance. But this is not the case. This is, I would say that this is the rare cases. In the majority of the cases, you will find some kind of resistance, especially that these are actually like new price areas. We haven't been in this area before. So everybody in the market is just like waiting and seeing, okay, what's going to happen it's called like price exploration areas. All-time highs are always not clear. So yeah, um, if we wanted long here for QQQ, I'd say let's just get some help here. Okay, so it really aligns very well with what we have in mind. So if we would take a long here on QQQ, I would say we have to wait for a pullback somewhere here, and the stop loss is going to be somewhere below that level, below that one. If we shoot down heavily, remember that we have this also support here. This is what makes me make this long position here. Okay, we have here that we have the fib, we have the horizontal support, and we have the rising wedge. If the pressure, the selling pressure is getting higher, you would probably break this level, but you will go back up. And if this happened, guys, if this happened, you never take a long position here because you will face that trend line. It might actually act as resistance and it will come down. So you always wait till you get inside the structure. And good morning, everybody on the comments here. I can see that some requests is coming. I will get into these. Let me just put first the stocks that I had in mind. So I'm gonna go. So since I discussed Nvidia, I will go for Apple. Apple, as you can see here, it looks like we have like some sort of bull pennant, bull flag, I would say. Looks like we have strong resistance here. I expect that if the market sentiment is that positive and QQQ, SPY, and everybody's going, the tech in general is going up, I would expect that this level is going to be broken to the upside. If this happened, you just need to wait for this level to be broken up, take it to the next level here. This is also could be considered, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that it's going to be a very good long because there are no resistance. The resistance are really negligible all the way till 232. So if we broke this up, that level up, actually I'm going to make like some kind of an alert here. And alerting on TradingView actually, guys, is a very nice feature. So just make a small alert that if the price actually went up, go back to the chart and see what's going on. You can take long position. You can always take like small positions. You don't have to be like getting heavy and stuff like that if you want to test the water. But if we above this level, broke this level up, we can easily go to 232. Now on the other way, like going down, and again going down here could be just a pullback. It doesn't mean that we are in a bearish trend or anything. The pullback could be something like that, back to the level, or worst case scenario is going to be somewhere here. But this level here, the 227, has been holding very well in the last 3 sessions. So let's see. Then this is 15 minutes also. This is the 15 minutes time frame, guys. It's not the 5 minutes. You probably, if you're trading day trades, you will be like on 3 minutes or 5 minutes. But I like to plan on the 15 minutes just to make sure that I can capture a little bit of a bigger picture. Okay, this is Apple. If you still have questions about apples, you can always ask. Now, GLW. Well, it looks actually still bullish, like this. Be easily seen as also bull flag here. Okay, full pennant. Now, for this stock or this chart, if you are not in a trade yet, I see that this area is going to act as a port. However, and we have a support, another level support here, you can see. However, we have a resistance here. We have it seems that we have a very big resistance at these levels. Yeah. Like this level here is acting as a resistance. We try. So you are not in a position already, okay? You would wait if you're gonna go for the long positions. You would wait for a breakout and list for this level or even that level too, because remember level was very stubborn for like a couple of times. Even when it was shooting so high, these levels were really stubborn. So we need to clear this area before we go up higher. So I say it's a little bit difficult, but if you are in a trade already, you also need to take a snapshot of this screen and see where did you enter, and based on the information that I just gave you right now, you can actually manage your position. Someone is okay. Sorry, there's some background noise. Let's see. I hope that the voice is better right now. Okay, so Affirm. Well, it looks like we are heading up. Okay, so it was a very good day for them session. They went up nicely. And I think that we have discussed Affirm before, because I still have these lines here, and it's good that this was also one of the watch lists that we had in the previous weeks. So right now, I think that this is set up actually to go up again if the market sentiment is helping, but we will need to have a retest of these levels, something like that. So your long position if you choose to. It's going to be somehow something like that. Now, be careful that to watch this level, because if this level was broken, that level is broken here, it's going to go all the way down. So if you're going to be in long, just make sure that you have a proper stop loss. And how do you know if a level is broken actually? So you always need to wait for the breakdown and retest. So for example, if it went like that, it doesn't mean that this is a breakdown, and it doesn't mean that this level is lost, because oftentimes you'll find it shooting back up into the structure. So you will need actually to wait and see if that level, which was support previously, whether it is acting as a resistance or not. If it's acting as a resistance and you start to see weakness, then this means that this level has been already broken. And of course, try to see this on a more than one time frame, but you'll find that mostly. So if we, for example, if we went to bigger time frames here, you will find those levels that I was talking about do not exist. Why? Because they are actually interim or intraday levels. So it really depends on the trade that you're taking. If it's like long swing, so that level I was talking about is not reliable. But if you're taking like day trades, you will find that this on the 5 minutes and 10 minutes, this could be act as a support or resistance depending on the situation. Hood and IWM. Okay, Robinhood. Robin, I was already in a long for the last couple of weeks. I think that I have alerted this here in the live session. Okay, that I'm in long. So we continue actually going up, and here's what I'm telling you guys now. What happens in the pre-market? We need just to understand the general idea. So the black area here is actually last session, which was Friday. Okay, the blue area was the after market of Friday. Okay, now this yellowish area is the pre-market, which is right now before the market open on Monday. And oftentimes you'll find this pre-market is very much affected by the Asian markets or the Japanese market, Chinese market, because they open before us. Okay, and to understand why they are very and sometimes, especially today, let's talk about today, they are across the board, they are bullish. Is that I think that China today also, if I'm reading this news correctly, China has pledged further fiscal support, which means that there's some kind of a stimulus in the Chinese market, and this means that more spending is coming on the Chinese market. So this actually ignites the buying in everywhere, like, because when this happens, when the Chinese market is going to spend more money and stimulus, and companies going to increase production, and the economical conditions are going to be better, this is going to positively affect everybody else. And this is why actually you have this across the board. See, Nvidia, QQQ, SPY, Apple, all everything is actually going up in that area, which is good. Okay. So it's very important that you understand what's happening before the market and why the market is going up or down before the market opens, to understand how actually the market is gonna react. So my instinct tell me that we are gonna be first taking some profits, which is natural, and then we're gonna continue higher. So let's be smart about this. Understanding what's going on will help us not to chase trade. Never chase a trade. If it's up and you didn't see it, and it happens a lot, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so this is hood. We're still going to continue. If there is a kind of taking profit, this is also going to, let me just reply to everybody. So this is kind of, if we took profit, we can continue here. So again, a long position could be maybe, I would say somewhere, if we have taken this level here as a support level, okay, anywhere here is going to be, it's going to be good for continuation. And your stop loss could be somewhere, I would say here. It's kind of a, but this is a good candidate for a swing, to be honest with you. But I'm here active for next week and see what's going to happen. ARM, that's a watch list that I wanted to bring to you guys. ARM. Okay, ARM is clearly in a trend, as you can see here. And again, this is the 15 minutes. And this is like a weekly watch list. It's not like, it's not meant to be like, okay, whenever the bell rings, we're going to take long, or whenever we start the day, we're going to take short. It's not like that. It's just that I want to give you the basic ideas and the plans. So if this happens, we are going to do this. If this happens, we're going to do that. So this is kind of a planning, so that when something happens in the market or the price action, you will have some kind of ammunition to tell you how could you react. So it's going to help you a lot. So for me, if I'm going to take ARM, I will take a long position somewhere, I'd say here, because maybe we will have, maybe we could actually take some profits down to this level, and then we can go back up. But it's it sounds like it's not waiting for me. I mean, I'm putting it in the watch list, but just, you know, even before we start the day, it's just shooting up. But I expect that this is going to be going up. The next one is Cloudflare. Cloudflare is also set up for a very good long position. I would say somewhere here. It could be nice. The problem with the Cloudflare is that stop loss, I would like to have it very tight on Cloudflare. The symbol is net, okay? And at the open, the market is going to open now. Okay, NVIDIA. So whoever, guys, let me actually bring my broker up. Whoever is in NVIDIA from last week, the swing that I have done, congratulations. You can take profit. Wow, see that? See that? Okay. I don't know how many of you, I bet that all of you are following me on Discord. So this is gonna be a big win for you guys. Congratulations if you took this swing. See, Apple is still behaving exactly like what we have expected. See, it's pulling down a little bit. So it Same here, pulling down a little bit and then trying again. Up. Take profits, guys, on end for me. Take profits. Hood. See that? See that, guys? See, in front, I told you, we might go down to this level or even that level. Here is my open position starts here. Why? Because this is profit taking. That's profit taking. This is why you need to wait. You need to wait. You don't have to rush into this. Now, this is QQQ. QQQ is now trying to break this level. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. Of course, QQQ is going to be affected by NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA is shooting. QQQ has like 8% of it in NVIDIA component, so it's going to be actually shooting up. SPY still thinking about it. Okay. ARM. Okay, here we go. ARM. I told you it's just shooting without it, but well, can't help it. I have seen it actually going up, but I cannot have an entry. Okay, net Cloudflare. See, it's going up. But again, this is not the end of the wall. You identified that the stock, and you identified you're going to go long with it if you have the chance. Now, don't FOMO. Don't have the fear of missing opportunity. It's okay. It might cool down. It might cool down to get your entry. Just don't rush into buying immediately. I'm just gonna alert my followers here with the win on NVIDIA and the others. So I have like 4 screens here, so give me a moment, guys. Okay, I just want to see what happened to these trades, and I know that most of you know where to find me on Discord. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. But all people coming from YouTube or Facebook, you can always send messages if you want to join Discord and start to see the signals. Oh my goodness, I'm very, very glad that we swing at the end of, although it was negative. So you can type for me in the comments, guys, who actually took that swing with me, the NVIDIA long on Friday. Now the profit taking now, so I hope that you guys close if you are, or set stop loss somewhere. Well, it depends on your contract anyway, but at least set your stop loss in a profit position, because this might continue for a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let me know that. Oh, NVIDIA is 53% from our entry on Friday. 53%. UPST from last week, guys, is 100%. 100% profit. So NVIDIA 141 call. It is 57% now. We entered at $1. It is 1.55. One to 1.55. I know that not everybody is watching that stream, so followers need to also get alerted so that they can know where we. Okay. Oh, Lisa, congratulations, Lisa. And Chefwood. So this is so UPST as well. So UPST we took last week. We took it at 2.31. Today it's $4.50. $4.50. UPST 60 call, and it's 4.6. It's 103% now. As you can see, guys, NVIDIA is still going up. If you wanna switch, I'm sorry, I was just gonna see this. See, the SPY actually broke that level to the upside. And of course, as I told you guys, there's no chance for us to enter here. Now, the only chance to enter is that if we, like, at least me, if we cool down here and take it back up. Like, we knew it's gonna go up. Some people will go ahead and try to catch the train. I know some people will do this. Sometimes they will be successful, but many times it will, the profit taking is gonna break their position. So I personally don't do this. I like to do things slowly and in a planned way. Rushing and chasing trades is not my style. So okay. I also was in Apple last week, and Apple is 26% today. I just want to make sure that I give an update for all the trades that we had last week, so that some people will actually, maybe they don't know what's going on. So, trim Apple. It's 25%. We pretty much didn't lose anything last week, to be honest with you. Maybe one lot too, I think. Apple 260 calls. This is 24%. Okay, we're done with that. Let's go back and see our stuff. So now the profit taking started on NVIDIA. Okay. So you guys need to watch your positions. I wouldn't short at all. So what else? What do we have? We said net. Yeah, that's fine. 5 minutes. RM. RM actually went to our take profit position even before we enter. That's funny. But at least we get the credit that we knew that it's gonna go up. I mean, at least. We missed it. So maybe we can take, if there's a pullback, maybe you can take it here. It's not the end of the world. And guys, we come up like with 7 or 8 ideas for watch list during the, like, going over the charts in the weekend and stuff like that, and getting ideas. And it's not necessary that we convert them all to trades or even successful trades. So the rate of conversion is always less, and this is why. Oh, I actually had Roblox on my screen, but I did not actually say what we're going to do. I would say, so Roblox here before we leave the screen, because I was looking at it. So Roblox, the level 40 here is a differentiator. So if Roblox health level, it's going to be fine. But if, and here I'm a little bit bearish on it, little just leaning bearish. If we broke down and tested on that, this guy is going to go down big time. So this is Roblox. Okay. So hood still at this level, okay, and we expected some kind of a profit taking. Now we are, somebody wants, oh, Chef Woods, Chef Woods, okay, you want to see SMCI. SMCI is going to be very similar to NVIDIA. If chips are going to go up, they're going to go up together. But of course, I mean, this stock never failed to amuse me. Like, why NVIDIA is shooting up and you are going down? Why? It's unbelievable. But let's actually go. Let's go technical about it. So we have this level here. This level here is a differentiate level. It's a very interesting level. So we tried to break it down this way, and then it pulled back up into the structure. So now it really depends on this level. So you gotta wait a little bit and see whether this level here is gonna act as a resistance so that we can go back down, or is actually gonna support one leg up. Remember that it went up during the pre-market, and it's very obvious that not a lot of people really trust this stock because that profit taking is so big. But again, if you want to take a position here, it really depends on what you want to take, whether it's swing or day trade. If you are not gonna do like a day trade, you need to wait for something like that to continue. But I personally wouldn't trade this range here. It's gonna be very, very tight range. I would see, the problem with this stock is that whenever it breaks up one major level, the rejection comes very hard. You know what I mean? Like here, that was a rejection to this level here, okay? And this level didn't hold, okay? So the rejection was so hard even to the level before it. And then we tried again here, got rejected again hard, and there was kind of an acceptance here to this level. So this is kind of an acceptance at the end of Friday, and some kind of consolidation at the end of the session. Then with the news and China, blah blah blah, it went up, but then immediately the rejection came back in the market. So it's a kind of a tough chart, tough price action for this specific stock, and the reason is always the underlying asset. So when you find that the stock is acting crazy like that, it means that there are some arguments or some debate about the fundamental analysis of the company itself. So in these situations, you need to add some kind of a fundamental analysis beside your technical analysis, see what's going on. For example, is this stock really worth the price? Is it overpriced? Is it underpriced? How this company is doing? Because this is how the investors are seeing the stock, and this can shed some lights on where is this stock right now. You know what I mean? So in most cases, this is going to happen to the stocks which are overvalued. Means that the stock price is higher than the estimated value for it by the analysts. So it turns into kind of a weird jungle. So this here, the same thing. We came down all the way here. We tried to break down. We couldn't, and just going up here. So, okay. I don't want to hold you more than this, guys. I think that we have seen now the overview of the week. I think we will have a bullish week. Just be aware of the times of taking profits. Um, we're doing great on our positions so far. I think that even Nvidia is subject for some continuation. If you missed last week alert, you can still take some longs around these areas here. If we came down here, you can take some longs on Nvidia. Okay, and that's it. I'll give you like one more minute, guys, here for any question. Okay. All right. If no further questions, I will be live again either tomorrow or on Wednesday. I will let you know, guys. Okay. And if you're on YouTube, just activate the bell so that when I go live, you will get a notification. That's all. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day.
So, stock market.